Now, not every child is introduced to swimming from an early age, nor do they have the guidance of expert coaches or have the natural ability to experience elite levels such as the Olympic Games. So in contrast to investigating the accolades of Alicia and Emily, there have been many experiences where children have had such a limited experience of water that they become very fearful. Sometimes this is passed on through their parents, which, from my observations, as a teacher and health and PE specialist in primary schools. I'll talk about one particular boy in Year 4, around about the same time as when I taught Alicia in the 90s, 96, who migrated from Poland. Very, very limited experience. And I saw from the time I spent with him in the pool to supplement what was happening in the lessons, how much he could progress, and just the improvement he made. Now, the reason why I remember that particular boy is because that's what inspired me to do an OSWIM teacher swimming and water safety course, which I learnt so much from, reinforcing things that I already knew or introducing me to new ways of correct swimming technique and ways to learn swimming. I spent from 2007 to 2009 I taught in Qatar in the Middle East. Now, it's an Islamic country. Swimming's not is very different to what we have in Australia, how it's promoted. There's a lot of parents who pass fear on to their children. It's not seen as something that is fun at all. So I learned a lot from this experience. There were children from over 32 nationalities in the school. And swimming was a very important aspect, and you could see them improve and develop a love for swimming. And I used the skills I'd learnt from OSWIM and my swimming instructor qualifications during this time. So, looking at my storyline, this is what, reflecting on this, gave me the belief of inclusive swimming and water safety education being available to all children, and promoting the pathways to be explored, promoted swimming and water safety education within the community of Gippsland. And there were many dynamics involved in necessary collaborations. There were barriers to overcome, but the benefits of the children getting these swimming opportunities greatly outweighed any of the barriers. So as I said, it's within the Bachelor of Primary Education course at Monash University, Gippsland campus, and mainly the students choosing physical education as a major stream are the ones who select EDF 2616 experiencing aquatic environments, or you can choose it also as an elective. Now, it's part of the Victorian Institute of Teaching, the Registration Authority Board, who require every primary school physical education teacher to have a swimming instructor qualification. And so through this unit, the teacher education students were able to gain a swimming instructor qualification by, within our workshop programs, which were for 2 hours a week. I carefully redesigned it to create a pathway between the university unit objectives, registered training organisation, swimming and water safety course units of competency, so that they finish the unit with swimming teacher instructor qualifications, as well as having completed the university objectives or outcomes. So we had, within the collaboration, there was the local health industry, we had the Australian Registered Training Organisations, we had external swimming instructors employed at the local leisure centre, we had local primary schools and Monash University. So we implemented hands-on practical teaching and learning experiences for the university students, and the workshops enabled the provision of quality lessons at no cost for local primary school children from a disadvantaged socio-economic Gippsland region. And this is also important because rural schools find it most difficult to conduct aquatic activities. Also, research suggests that teachers working collaboratively with external providers, or in this case teacher education students, is associated with positive perceptions about the value of the physical activity, swimming and water safety. It enables teachers to develop confidence and is less stressful for the teachers. There were two suitable programs to choose from. One, I've already mentioned, Oswim, which I did in my younger years, and the other one is Australian Swimming Coaches and Teachers Association Swim Australia Teacher. Now, the Swim Australia Teacher Swim Australia was launched in 1997 by the Federal Minister for Sport and Recreation to assist with the development of the Learn to Swim program in Australia to its full potential. The Australian Swimming Coaches Teachers Association is a not-for-profit, membership-based organisation that strives to achieve the world's best swimming and water safety teachers and highest-performing swimming coaches. Swimming Australia's aim is for all Australians learning to swim and gaining water safety knowledge through safe, enjoyable and quality swimming lessons. I've straight away found a very good relationship with the Swim Australia Teacher, Australian Swimming Coaches Teachers Association, because we shared education. We shared a very similar philosophy about swimming and education, about being inclusive and not about making a profit as such, but just the priority was given to education and spreading, promoting swimming and water safety activities. Another registered training organisation involved in this collaboration was Royal Life Saving Society Australia. In the state of Victoria, it's known as Life Saving Victoria, and through this pathway we were able to enable the teacher education students to also complete a bronze medallion and their resuscitation. They need their resuscitation to gain their swimming instructor, Swim Australia teacher qualification. So it was a pathway within a pathway. When we measured it up, the benefits of the ASCTA Swim Australia teacher was that it was only $100 per student. The Oswim, the minimum amount was $215. And it lasted for 4 years. Oswim lasted for 3. They had the same units of competency, and also Swim Australia Teacher, through the Australian Swimming Coaches Teachers Association, had International Federation of Swim Teacher Association recognition. The feedback from the students, the teacher education students, was very positive. Example of the best aspects included learning how to teach swimming and the opportunity to teach kids how to swim in prac. All aspects that we learn about related to teaching primary kids, which they haven't had much experience of before within the course. The unit coordinator's explanations and teaching was fantastic. Well, thank you very much at bringing the theory to the practice. There were some, barriers. I had to complete a certificate for in training and assessment, which normally takes about 6 months. I was able to get a lot of recognised prior learning, which enabled me to get that fast track that. But it cost $1,600, and it was a little bit. I didn't think I needed to do it, being a teacher, and also having many years teaching, and also university. But it was one of those hoops I had to jump through, and I did, so that I could be a presenter and the students could get their qualifications through me. The children in the local primary schools were very excited to be taught by the education students. We had parents coming to support their children and watch and observe, and comments from teachers, teaching assistants, parents and the children expressed their gratitude for the lessons provided. One teacher wrote, "My kids had a ball with the swimming. Like I said to you then, anytime you need children, feel free to approach us." So, as we look on the eve of 2012 London Olympics, I sat down and reflected on this, and